On. I like this one. This one's nice. Off. On. Back to music. Off. On. Okay, we're back to 1. Alright. I think we've listened to all of those. Let's look at these papers on the right. And what are those? Those? Those are the photos of my best memories. But they're blank. I stared at them so intensely that I burned them with my eyes. Now they're just covering the cracks in the walls. Cracks? Forget it. Are we continuing the search or what? Okay, we are. Let's see, what else do we have here? Can't click the electrical outlet. We can click whatever. This looks like a sleeping bag on the floor, but let's see. Let's click what looks to be the AC or the heater unit. I look up towards a very high place under my ceiling. I can hear a countless number of small legs marching inside the AC unit. Oh well. What happens? Fireflies can't be friends with cockroaches. We'd better look somewhere else. Why'd cockroaches be there? Have you forgotten? You were the one who told me to think of my thoughts as cockroaches. Yes, but they became fireflies afterwards, but cockroaches don't disappear just like that. So they occupied this place. Do you understand now? I'll pretend I do. The fan next. What's so funny about that? I imagine myself being a firefly that is looking straight at a giant fan. And I'd be so jealous. The only thing preventing it from flying is a cage it's locked in, and the cable. It's like an inmate, if you think about it. It's so sad. Yeah. Let's continue searching. Okie dokie. Other radio looking thing. That's kind of a chiller. This kind of goes hard. This is I honestly just want to listen to this for like on loop for like an hour. Oh, it's over. Shit. Well, let's click it again. Off. On. This one's also pretty liminal, but in a very different way. I like it. Off. On. Racetrack. Off. On. Ooh, shit. Holy. This goes hard. There's also like a very quiet thing going on that you can't really hear too well, but it's there. Just listen. Oh, never mind, it's over. It's kind of like a woo kind of sound. Off, on. Oh, we're back to this. This is different. Off, on. Yeah, listen, you can hear it like underneath. It's like a You hear that? Anyway, off. On. Same with this one. A little bit. Anyway, that's enough of the radios, I think. Gosh, they're so good, though. Okay, click the lights. Let's click the lights before we forget. Are you serious? What's wrong? Just think about it. Why would fireflies be attracted to light? I think they're quite self-sufficient already in that regard. Well, only if they'd purposefully want to lower their self-esteem. Okie dokie, backpack? I look down, my school bag worn down and silly. is almost screaming of its own uselessness. From another angle, it looks like a full belly. Its contents are also regurgitating, decomposing, and turning into sticky, mushy substance. What a cool image. I need to remember this. Totally not cool. Tell me why it's inside your bag instead. Tell me what's inside. Nothing special. Mostly just all sorts of books. I've taken out all the pens and notebooks out of there, and I'm not interested in anything else. You used to go to school, didn't you? Yeah, I did. I had a blast all the way. Are you sure you understand my question? Do you think everything in my life should be doom and gloom? Well, you're wrong. Alright, alright. What did you like the most there? Well, the rooms were really bright. Not like at home. That's it. Don't rush me. Let me remember. Well, the beds were also soft. And the food was nice. By the way, I attended all the classes. The others always skipped. They probably got told off so hard. I smiled gently, absorbed in warm memories. You never graduated, though. Yeah. Do you remember your last day there? It was a normal day. Dad picked me up earlier than usual. He told me that I'm already too old for the school curriculum. I also realized that some time ago. The tasks were way too easy. Then we got into the car and went home. Mom greeted us there, we had dinner, and went to our rooms. And what happened then? I don't remember. And does it even matter? Okay. Good. I look at my bag again, light pouring into the room through the window, glints on the metal parts, and there's also shadow underneath it, which means it's real, sadly. Whatever. I don't care anyway. I almost end up kicking the bag in a fit of sudden anger, but I managed to stop myself in the nick of time. If I move it even an inch, the whole picture will collapse and I'll go blind. It has already happened. Countless times. What do you mean you'll go blind? I spent months memorizing the location of every item in my room. That's why I can see them so clearly and vividly. You won't get it. Look at your feet. I look down and see the small insect is crawling toward my feet from my bag. It's barely glowing, and it can't even fly. I guess the firefly is really tired. I bend down to pick it up. The firefly starts glowing brightly as soon as I touch it, and then flies up. There you go, boy. Good job. After doing a victory lap around the room, it flies towards me with high speed. I shut my eyes, anticipating the firefly to enter my ear. That's exactly what happens. After it gets inside, it buzzes for a little while and then goes silent. This one is kind of sad. I wonder why. It doesn't matter. What matters is that it's no longer alone. Sure. Let's continue searching. Alright, I think there's a blanket on the floor. Or a sleeping bag, maybe. This is my sleeping bag. It's soft and warm. I'm sure that no living creature would be able to resist the temptation to spend a minute or two inside. They'd want to dig deep into it with a couple of favorite items, close their eyes, and then... Hey, did you fall asleep? Huh? I gently slap my cheeks to return myself to senses. It's already way past midnight. Usually I'd be sleeping like a log at this time, but right now, I can't. Let's continue searching. Hey, maybe we'll find something inside. Nah, my thoughts don't have a feature of putting to sleep. Quite the contrary, they always cause insomnia, just like tonight. What? I said, searching here is meaningless. Okie dokie. Let's see, we have the magazine left, the umbrella, the cabinet, the computer, the vent. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We still have 12 items, 13 items to go. 13, unless I'm missing anything, which I don't think I am. Let's do the magazine looking thing next. This is my sketchbook. Half of its pages are blank, which means it'll still be good for a couple of years. You draw that rarely? Why? Isn't that obvious? If I run out of pages, I'll have to buy a new sketchbook. I can't get to the stationery store on foot. I'll have to take the bus. Do you even realize what kind of nightmare that can turn into? Well, maybe you can ask your mom to buy you one? Buy what? Ask whom? Can you even form coherent sentences? Don't play dumb. Ask your mom to buy you a notebook instead. Instead? So you want me to perform a string of actions, but you're also telling me to do one instead of another? Then how would I decide which action to take? You're so dyslexic. Man, you're a tough case. You lack empathy. Is that my fault? I get closer to the sketchbook, stepping over the wires, the sleeping bag, the cracks in the laminate, and the window's reflection. The sketchbook is lying on the stool. From my height, it seems like the stool is missing 2 legs. I squat and look again. All the legs are in place. Will I be able to think of an interesting allegory? Oh, let's not go there, okay? I stand up and study the sketchbook from inches away. Its pages are pure white. The last drawing is buried on the previous page, the way it should be. Too bad. I'd love to see it. Maybe next time. A sudden gust of chilly wind breaks into the room and makes the pages rustle. Oh no! I shut my eyes. A distinctive sound of pages turning echoes with headache in my head. I know what's going to happen. The rustling has stopped, even though the wind is still howling from every direction. It can only mean one thing. The notebook is open on the first page. If I wait a little longer, the wind will close it. I won't have to look. If I wait a little longer. If I wait... Open your eyes. No! It's okay, just do it. No way! I know you're lying. Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. No! Calm down. Calm down. Calm down. Fine. I open my eyes with utmost caution. The notebook is still open in the middle. No drawings, nothing. The pages are still pure white. Did I imagine it? I don't know. Did you? You're the smart one here. You tell me. Next time, don't close your eyes. What did you... I couldn't finish speaking because the pages started moving again. Don't close your eyes. Don't make me do it. I'm scared. Trust me. The rustling grows louder. The pages lift up. I can almost see the outlines of drawings on previous pages. No way! Everything that is in the past should stay in the past. You couldn't convince me. That's it. I'm closing my eyes. Look there! A barely visible light seeps through the pages. With every new gust, it becomes brighter and brighter. A firefly! The wind immediately stops. For a moment, the world sinks into perfect silence, but only for a moment. My throat was starting to hurt, so I went and took a sip out of milk that was inside of a plastic bottle that was in my fridge, that was in my house, that was in a town, that was in a state, that was in the United States of America, that was on planet Earth, that was in a Milky Way. Anyway, the buzz that has always been haunting me fills the surroundings, but it doesn't matter now. Goodness gracious, little boy, you made me so scared. The firefly blinks, flies up and enters my ear, buzzing loudly all the way. It spends some time looking for the perfect spot in my head, but then its buzzing dies down. Phew. Are you okay? We're running short on time, so let's continue searching. Running short on time? Are you serious? There's a time limit? There's so many things to click, though. The umbrella emanates a faint sense of coolness. No wonder. It's the only thing that defends me against the thunderclouds that gather under my ceiling. It's such a blessing that it can do without my help. It can do it without my help. Still, a firefly won't hide in a place like that. It will catch a cold. It will be unable to fly. You don't want to check it? Why? I'm sure we won't find anything in there. So every time she says we won't find anything in there, she's usually right. But when she's not looking at the things, sometimes there's a firefly there. Like, for example, with the book, she didn't want to look at it, but then we made her look at it, and she found one. She found one at her feet, earlier, like the first one she found, or no, one of the other ones she found, and then the first one was like, I can't remember, it's been so long. Filing cabinet. I doubt it. All the compartments are locked. What if I don't even want to think about what's inside? Who knows what I'll end up imagining? Good, that was the fast one. More time for the other ones. I look at my laptop. I haven't touched it for years, so it's covered with a large layer of dust as thick as my finger. A bizarre item. I fear it. Why? It's a long and boring story. Wonderful. Tell me about it. I insist. I don't remember how it appeared in my room. One of my parents probably brought it here because they couldn't find a better place for it. They didn't prohibit me from using it. On the other hand, they encouraged me to do so. Sure, I've spent my whole days in front of the screen. Games, drawing, engineering calculator, 3D modeling. So much fun stuff to do. You had amusing hobbies. Yeah, I did. Before entering the web. Imagine this. You're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living. Did you imagine? As always, your analogies are spot on. Okay, I imagined. Alright, so you're a hamster that lives underground. You have everything for comfortable living, okay? Okay. Wonderful. And here's the situation. You're a hamster that lives... Okay, I got it. Do you want to talk about something else? Yeah. Fine. Suddenly, a firefly slowly crawls out of the laptop's vent grill. I reach for it. It gets on top of my palm, blinking all the while. I think it's trying to say something. I could see that myself, if only I knew what. Looks like a cipher. Don't you want to crack it? I changed my mind. I have absolutely no desire to find out what it wants to say. The firefly stops glowing for a moment after that. Then it starts glowing again, as if coming back to its senses. For some time, it thinks about the further course of actions, then flies up and dashes into my ear. Let's continue searching. Finish searching. Do I have to? I want to click all the things, though. It's not easy to get out of here. Let's click the plants. Right, insects enjoy pollinating the flowers and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess. I get close to the flower shelf, I sniff around, the leaf smell of dust and cardboard, and death. You know those plants are long dead, right? I'm not sure a dead plant will be able to attract any insects. Well, we kinda don't have a choice here, you know? Still, you're right, let's continue searching. Why don't you just throw them out? Weren't you listening to me at all? Okay, I think it says I can finish searching because I found all the fireflies, but I still want all the bits of info that I can get. Let's listen to another radio. Oh shit. That goes kind of hard too. Damn. Oh yeah. Off. Off. On. Off. On. Relatable. Off. On. Off. On. That violin is broken. Off. On. Off. On. Ugh. Nails on a chalkboard. Off. On. Oh, same thing. Off. Get the fuck out of here. On. We're back to this. Off. On. Distant dogs. Off. On. I think this one's different. Off. On. Okay, I think we've heard all the things now from that one. Alarm clock. I look at the alarm clock. Time continues its unstoppable flow. It's... Oh, are you tired? Oh, it's so late. You bet I am. I let out a theatric yawn and hold out my arms to the sides. 1, 2, and I raise them above my head. 3, 4, maybe a little workout will help me freshen up. Good idea. Do you remember the exercises you've been taught? I think so. I take a hesitant stance. What was it? Heels together, toes apart? Whatever. I'll go with that. Countdown 5 minutes. Fine. You have a clock right in front of you, though. I can't look at it. Its hands for too long. At first, I feel like they start moving in the wrong direction, and then they disappear altogether. And then, things always get messy. Last time, I saw a pair of eyes on the clock face. And also, I used to hear voices back in the day. They pleaded for help, I think. What a mess. Truly a mess. It was a mess, right? A mess. Well, are you counting down? My God, finally. What do you mean? I was trying to get through to you for half an hour. Huh? Forget it. Do you see the firefly? No. Let's continue searching then. Okay, listen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Gosh, this part's taking forever, but I want all the things. Your usual notebook page is glued to the wall with duct tape. Numbers are drawn on them. It's the only kind of information I can take in without trouble. Dosage and side effects? Yeah. I thought you know them by heart. Yeah. This is not your handwriting, isn't it? Of course it's not. Shaky, broken lines, ugly numbers. It's not writing. It's more like claw marks. Don't forget to thank your mom. I don't need your advice. My scream makes the pages rustle restlessly. After a moment, a firefly appears from underneath one of them. After looking around in a businesslike manner, it takes off into the businesslike flight and ends up entering my businesslike ear. Hey, let's continue searching. I turn my eyes towards an inconspicuous shelf near the mirror. There's a glass with a toothbrush sitting on it and a small towel is hanging nearby. What a wonderful sight. My fireflies are smart and good. They would never get in there. They know about personal hygiene. Okay, let's look somewhere else. Meds. I look at the amount of pills. It makes me feel dizzy. I don't want to think about it. I don't. What's wrong? I've almost skipped my dose for today. How reckless. I could have died. Hey, calm down. You've already fixed that. Yes, because you ordered me to. Is that an accusation? Of course not. It was what saved me. Well, that's reasonable. I have a deep sigh. Come closer and extend my hand. Wow, it's warm. The moment those words leave my lips, one of the bottles overturns. Pills rain down from it, and along with them, a firefly! Hooray! After circling above my head a couple of times, it finally lands in my palm. The firefly rushes up my arm, and upon reaching my shoulder, crawls straight into my ear. My mind becomes a bit clearer. Okay, we have 2 things left to search, and one of them I am scared that is going to fuck up my whole thing. I get close to the waste bin and look inside it with curiosity. Pill packaging, notebook pages, and other garbage. Boring. There's nothing here. Indeed, no self-respecting firefly would hide in a heap of garbage. Can't disagree with you here. Alright. There's one thing left, and then I can finish searching. Damn, I was hoping I could turn on all 3 radios at once. Alright, let's just click the fucking whatever this shit is. Oh, I just straight up can't click it. Oh! Hello? Yeah, I almost accidentally closed OBS. Whoopsie. Anyway, let's finish searching. You found all the fireflies. Amazing. I guess. I've managed to gather my thoughts, but something still worries me. On the other hand, I wasn't supposed to be happy anyway. Why not? If I lose something and then find it, it's just going back to the starting point. No changes at all. A zero sum. And happiness is always about being positive, right? You shouldn't think too much. It hurts you. I want to sleep. How about you get some fresh air before sleeping? What do you mean? Well, go to the balcony, breathe in some air. Somehow, those words triggered a panic attack in me. I subconsciously step away from the balcony. I don't think it's a good idea. Oh, I know why it's not a good idea. Why? This may sound silly, but I feel like someone is watching me. Oh, really? It's not anything to do with your father falling from a window? Spoiler alert for the first game. Alright, let's stay here. Yeah, let's stay here. Yeah. What are you going to do? What's with this silly question? I'm going to sleep, of course. Hoping that tomorrow will only come after a year or a decade. Imagining myself to be outside of my mortal shell, but at the same time still being me. Ridiculous. Like milk outside of a bag of milk, and yet, you don't have to talk out loud for me to understand that you're worried about me. I know that already. I also know that our time is running short. You won't take another pill. Of course not. In fact, I won't take it tomorrow either. And the day after tomorrow, and never ever. That's a goodbye then? No. I have one more small favor to ask. A really, really small one. What is it? I blurted out way too much today. A lot of stuff I'd want to forget forever. I don't blame you. But was it really necessary? You'll see tomorrow. No. I wouldn't be able to sleep like this. Fine. What's the favor? I nervously scratch my wrist and bite on my lower lip. Wait a minute. You're afraid to tell me? Yes! I'm also scared that something bad might happen if I tell you. I'm also scared that when something bad happens, something way worse will happen. Stop, I get it already. Still, I won't leave you alone until you tell me. Bully. No, you! I crawl into my sleeping bag. The lower part of the room is very cold. I hurry to wrap myself in blankets, even though the electric heater is working hard to keep me warm. I'm sad because the dreams just won't come anymore. You won't believe me if I tell you how I dealt with it at first. Of course I'll believe you. I know, it was a joke. Well, anyway, I washed my face, brushed my teeth, lied down, and started imagining that I'm watching a dream. I didn't sleep at all, of course, and looked very sleepy in the morning. After a week of insomnia, I started feeling weird and seeing things. Letters floating in the air, strange silhouettes that appeared in the most unexpected of places, bulging eyes with trembling pale pupils. It was scary, you know? Then one day, I almost died. I just collapsed in the middle of the room and couldn't move for a while. And then silhouettes, letters, and eyes were hanging over me, hissing. It was horrible. And well-deserved, I guess. It felt like I was caught on the biggest lie in the world. Yes, it felt exactly like that. After that, I stopped. But the silhouettes, letters, and eyes stayed here. I guess they liked this place. They always follow in my wake, peeping at me. And I'm kind of scared of them, and can't even argue with them. But today, well, still too scared to tell me? Of course! They're still listening. Use your hands. Alright. I start chaotically twirling my fingers with enthusiasm, forming complex shapes. You want me to tell you a bedtime story? Shh! And I was trying so hard here. Don't you get it? They'll hear you. Relax, nobody can hear you. So what do you say? I'd be happy to, but I have no idea how to tell them. Oh, it's incredibly easy. Just talk about something without stopping. Sounds silly, but it's not. And meaningless. You don't know what you're talking about. I know enough to realize that we'll just end up wasting time. Let's focus on something actually important. Boring. Fine. Close your eyes. I wake up on a wooden bench. In front of me lies a narrow, dimly lit alley. An awfully familiar road. Where could I have seen it? Finally. I hear a voice coming from the side. I turn around and see a boy with a weird expression on his face. You're late? Who are you? The boy blinks in bewilderment. We're not going anywhere like this. Try again. Then he takes a very deep breath. You are late! I stare at him, confused. He stares back, also confused. Sorry? The boy nods, satisfied. See? Much better. Do you have a name? My name's Tresca. I give the brat an evaluating look. He's so young, yet already coming at me with questions like that? None of your business. And besides, will anyone tell me what I'm doing here? Hey, that's rude. It's not like there's somebody else here besides me. Haven't they told you anything? I know all there is to know, for one. About what? You're obligated to escort me to the store. Jessica says that and strikes a victory pose. No way I'm doing that. You do understand that refusal is futile. Well, aren't you full of yourself? I'm serious. I'm not the one who decided that. Do you think I'm delighted with your company? He's weird. Constantly shifting between happiness, sadness, loudness, silence. He's a wacko. And his name is stupid. Are we going or what? You can go. I need to think. I'd be happy to, but I don't know the way. Cheska puts on a cunning smile. I bite my lower lip in frustration. I'll be honest with you. I don't like you. He simply bursts out laughing in reply. I do like you, though. Then he grabs my hand without hesitation. I don't even have time to retort. Lead the way. Our trip to the store went fine, if not for the fact that Tresca was walking way faster than me. And, on the other hand, at times he stopped abruptly and went backwards, studying the ground underneath his feet. In the end, the trip took a lot longer than it should. After reaching the store's doors, we were greeted by a sign. We're closing in 20 minutes. Who had the bright idea to indicate their working hours in this way? They probably have special staff for this. Someone who runs to change the sign every 5 minutes. It's convenient. Are you joking? Yeah. You're so annoying. It's much better than being boring. How old are you, by the way? None of your business. And what's your name? None of your business. I was ready to slap the living hell out of the brat, but a scary-looking man suddenly appeared behind the glass. He's holding a cardboard sign that says we're closing in 15 minutes. Let's go. What are you waiting for? Huh? Oh, yeah. After another round of going across the long row of canned products, we realized that we're lost. I can't believe you don't know where they sell milk. Maybe we should ask somebody for directions? Sure. Hey, wait up. Jessica lets go of my hand and walks confidently towards one of the few store's customers. That person is standing with their back to us, studying something on the shelf. Hello, can I? I can't hear neither the second part of his question nor the reply he gets, but my good-for-nothing friend freezes in place. Looking the customer straight in the eye, I hurry toward them. Is he yours? The customer talks to me. He speaks with disgust while wearing a scornful expression. If he's yours, please get him away from me. Yes, I'm sorry. I grab Tresca's hand and lead him away. He's still looking at the customer's mouth ajar and eyes popped. He's also shaking. Only when we turn around the corner, Tresca calms down. What was that? I got so scared. He said, what? No, not again! Suddenly, Tresca starts screaming like crazy. I cover his mouth with my hand. His face is burning. He's crying. Can you act normal? You don't understand. Of course I don't. I don't understand anything. Annoying other people is still wrong, though. This is something you don't understand, it seems. You're mean. Who? Me? Tresca pushes me away and runs off. Drat. At the end of my vision, I see the store staff hang a new sign on the door. There you are! I meet Tresca at the cash register. Before that, I managed to visit the milk department after finding out where it was. Hey you, move! I hear an angry voice coming from the other side of a long queue that has formed after Tresca. I squeeze through toward him. What happened? The boy doesn't respond. He just looks at his feet and sniffs. The cashier towers over him. There's a bag of milk lying between them. Was he yours? Yes. Just leave him home next time. People in the queue nod in agreement. Pay for the goods, please. Yes, of course. And the waiting fee? What? You heard me. I did, but that's unheard of. Tresca starts giggling all of a sudden. And for the fact that your son is a... But... You heard me. You know what? In a fit of rage, I throw a banknote to the cashier of much higher value than needed, even counting in all the stupid fees, and grab a bag of milk and turn around on my heels. We're leaving, Tresca. We spent the whole trip back in silence. At some point, we ended up turning right towards the gas station. There, Tresca finally breaks his silence. Do you like ice cream? No. Okay. I look at the boy's face. A light flickers in his eyes for a brief moment and then goes out. You know. He turns away from the path and walks straight towards the highway with determination. I stare at his back, confused. Uh-oh. Seems like you're not helping me at all. A new playful light flickers in Tresca's eyes. Oh no. Oh no, and then here's the circle. Or the O, I guess you could say. That's interesting, because in the first game, she almost gets hit by a truck. Milk outside of a bag of milk outside of a bag of milk. A game by Nikita Kryukov. Kryukov? Script Nikita Kryukov and Mahu Maiden. Mahu Maiden. I'm butchering all of the names. Programming Nikita Kryukov and Death. Wow. Dang, Death worked on this game? That's crazy. Visuals. Ghost Funeral. Animation, Alina Chrome, Clematista? Music and sound design, Nikita Kryukov, Bleep, Shio, William Charles Proctor, Zigzen, Pazetic Ocean, Wuhuma, and Dantoy, I think it said. English translation, Aesthetic Dialectic. Aesthetic Dialectic. Special thanks to MD Dahlgren, Noah Lanier, Kevin S., Mike H., Selkie, Mondo Bizarro, Crispin, Flurp, Ben M., Beaver, Fading Glimmer, Spencer, Nicholas G., can't read that, Eli, and Murad. Haha, nice. We finished it, kind of. I have no idea what the other, if there are like other endings. Is that what the other trophies are? I wasn't able to click on what I'm assuming is a pile of bags of milk in the searching for fireflies section. Let's see, can I open Steam real quick? Okay, interesting. The point where I saved, I clicked continue and it booted up from the point where I saved, which was like right before we went to sleep and had the dream, but there's nothing after like that point that I could have possibly changed to give me some sort of different ending. So by the time I go to bed, I guess other things could have happened. I don't know if I got like the quote-unquote true ending or the good ending or what. I'm actually going to open Steam real quick and see, because I know I got at least one trophy, but I'm wondering, there's 10, and I can't remember if I got any more than just the one. Okay, so I got 3 trophies. One of them was, the first one I got, I didn't understand, because I got it and it said, you're not getting it, you're not even trying. So I think I might have been doing something wrong, maybe? I don't know, it sounds almost like I was doing something wrong with that trophy. Next trophy was experiencing death for the first time. I don't know how I triggered that, but I definitely remember that happening. It happened in the middle of the firefly section. Main character, us, suddenly experienced death for reasons I don't understand. I don't know how I triggered it. But yeah, that happened, and that gave me a trophy, and then I got a trophy for that ending. So I got 3 out of 10. And I have 7 hidden trophies remaining. I'm assuming one of them has to do with convincing her to get out on the balcony. And then maybe there's something for like that lets you actually click on the pile of milk bags in the firefly section. And to be honest, I spent so damn long in that section, I don't even remember what I could have done differently before that. I think there was a lot of things I could have said that were like more so like being mean to myself or being mean to her, aka myself. I think I also just could have stayed silent probably. I don't know. Either way, this episode's been going really long, and if I do decide to go back and get those trophies and search for them and try and get them, it will be in a different episode. This episode might even be split into multiple parts because holy, that was long and not a lot will be cut out probably. So anyway, thank you. See ya. Anyway.